Welcome to Spoken Reviews, guys. This is going to be a quick review of the MacBook Pro non-Retina. All right, so we're going to start this review off by talking about the build. So Apple still sells this non-Retina version, and this is pretty much the same version that came out in 2012. 2012 was the last model that Apple sold of non-Retina. This is also the last model that Apple sold that had the standard hard drive, not the solid disk. So as far as build quality goes, this is going to be a solid PC and a great option. So the reason why Apple still sells this one is because it still sells. There is still a demand out there for this model, simply because it fits a certain niche market. So first, let's talk about ports. On this model, you're going to get several ports that you're not going to get on the new models. On the side, you see we have the power slot right here, and the one big thing is the Ethernet slot. All the new models only come with Wi-Fi. This is the only model that they sell that still has the Ethernet port. This is very important for some people who have to upload and download things. So for example, someone like me who's uploading videos to YouTube, even though Wi-Fi is fast, it's always going to be faster just to plug into an Ethernet port. So something like that would be a great option for someone like me. Here you're going to have the Thunderbolt port and two USB 3 ports, SD card slot, and the headphone jack slot. So, and if you come to the front, you'll see there is a slot for the, you can use a remote control, so it's an IR blaster slot. So that's pretty convenient if you're watching movies and you have the Apple remote that they used to sell, you can still use that. And on this side, we're going to have the plug-in to put your security, so if you want to lock it down to a desk or something like that, you can put the security thing in there, and the DVD drive. And again, this is the only laptop that Apple sells that still has the DVD drive. All the rest of them don't have a DVD drive, so that could be a deal breaker for a lot of people. But overall, when you pick up this laptop, it's definitely very solid. It's almost 6 pounds. Most of the other laptops are anywhere from 2.6 pounds to 3.5 pounds. So this is going to be the heaviest laptop that they sell. But when you get that, you're going to get a solid build. So it's a lot of it's preference, but when it comes down to it, it's a solid computer, and that's why Apple still sells this one. You can see this MacBook Pro non-Retina is running OS X El Capitan, and this is the 10.11 version. This is straight out of the box, so straight from Apple, it's already loaded. I didn't have to upgrade it, which was refreshing for me. When I opened it up, I was surprised that it actually did have El Capitan on there. Now, as you guys can see, it is the MacBook Pro 13-inch, and it's the mid-2012. Like I mentioned earlier in the review, Apple has not upgraded this since 2012, but there's still a market. So 3 years down the road, there is still a market for this laptop, and it's because it fits a certain niche market. Some things people need that the other ones don't provide. Now, the processor we have is going to be a 2.5 gigahertz i5 processor. You're going to have 4 gigs of RAM built in, but you can upgrade that fairly easy. So I've seen other videos on YouTube, people have put up to 16 gigs of RAM in here. That's something that I might do. And also I want to point out this is an Intel HD Graphics 4000. So it's going to get the job done. It's not going to be the fastest and latest graphics processor, but it can get the job done for most people. Now this MacBook Pro is going to have a 500 gigabyte hard drive. It's going to be a standard hard drive, not a solid state disk. This is actually the last MacBook Pro to have this in there too. So for some people, they do prefer this. It's not going to be as fast as solid state, but it will be cheaper. And that's part of the reason why you're saving money on this one. So even though this is the older MacBook Pro, multitasking is still done pretty well, and I can attribute that to the upgrades with OS X and El Capitan. So as you can see, with the 3-finger swipe up, we can get to the multitasking. And as you can see, I can go seamlessly without any delays between different programs. And like I said, this is only, the 3rd generation i5. But it does this really well. So for most consumers who aren't doing any heavy graphics or anything like that, I do believe that this is going to, get the job done just fine. So pretty impressed with that. This processor, this computer has really, held its own over the last 3 years. Okay, so for any device, whether it's a laptop, desktop, or a tablet, sound quality is very important. So to test this out, I have pulled up YouTube, I have a Justin Bieber song pulled up. It just popped up. So we're going to play this real quick so you guys can hear the speaker quality. You think you broke my heart, oh girl, for goodness sake. You think I'm crying. So as you can see, the sound quality is pretty good. I was pretty impressed. That's something that you can be seen across all Apple devices. So whether the iPad or the MacBooks, for the most part, the sound quality is pretty impressive. So in my opinion, it does improve the overall, performance of the device, having good sound quality, being able to hear it in a room full of people, being able to have multiple friends use it. Sound quality is very important, and I would give this MacBook Pro non-Retina a thumbs up on the sound quality. So battery life can be a make it or break it for any device, whether it's a laptop or tablet or anything, phone, anything like that. Now Apple claims that this MacBook Pro non-Retina is supposed to get a 7-hour battery life. Personally, with my usage, I'm getting around 5.5, 6 hours. But then again, I do have the screen on full brightness all the time. I'm sure if I were to turn down the screen to a lower brightness, I could get the full 7 hours. But at the cost of, having quality of the, usage, it's not worth it for me. So once again, Apple's saying 7 hours. I'm getting about 5.5 hours. So for a laptop, a keyboard and mouse pad are make it or break it items. Now on the MacBook Pro non-Retina, the keyboard feels great. I've been able to type multiple documents on this keyboard, no problems. And I've really enjoyed using this mouse pad. The multi-touch features are great. I'm still fairly new to Apple, but I'm learning them pretty quick, and I'm really enjoying it. So as far as, the keyboard and the mouse pad go, I definitely give it a thumbs up. Definitely enjoy it on this device. My overall impressions of the MacBook Pro non-Retina is that it's an excellent computer. Great build quality. I really enjoy it. I really do think that right here is the key. So for anyone who's still, looking to get this device, having these multiple connections, it's going to be the key. Having the USB 3.0 connections, having an Ethernet connection, things like that are really going to make it or break it. Also, still having the DVD drive in it is going to make it different. So I really wish that the new MacBook Pros had some of those features. Now I know that to keep it, everything needs to be smaller and thinner and more efficient, and by doing that you sacrifice some things like that. But I do think that sometimes there's a fine line between, functionality and, being smaller and thinner. So like most people, we want to have it all, but we can't have it all. But in 2015, going on 2016, I do think that this computer is a great, option for a lot of people. It's why Apple still sells this, and I'm pretty sure they sell a lot of them. After using this for over a week, my impressions are, positive. I really enjoy it. I could recommend this for anyone out there if you want to save, a couple bucks, or if you can afford the newest version of the MacBook Pro. This is a great option for you. I would highly recommend it. The one thing I do want to say is that even though that this isn't a Retina display, with the brightness turned all the way up, it looks great to me. So, and it might not show up on camera, but in person it still looks really great. If you put it next to a Retina display, you're going to see a difference. Of course you will. But compared to a regular computer, it looks fantastic. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching the video. If you like what you saw, hit that thumbs up for me. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a question below. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and have a great day.